But otherwise, I think that everyone has been on this call before, and so you're probably all familiar with Heather. Heather is the developer of farmstanding, which is a platform we're using. And Heather, thank you. Thank you for the quick turnaround time with coming back to see us a week later.
Yeah, no, my pleasure. I'm really excited that you guys are all looking forward to doing it. And so some of you have already seen sort of how it works, I guess, but I will just start in. I'm going to show you the sign up from scratch. So let me get in here and do a screen share. Great. So from the homepage, you can just click on the vendor login and click that anytime to do a normal login. But for your first time, just use this register link to get started. And then I just created a demo, but I will create a new demo. So, you know. And sign up, and then you're going to see this. Sure, save it. You're going to see this sort of initial onboarding form. Just to walk you through it, it's pretty straightforward. Put in your name, so Amesbury demo, and then because you're all joining as vendors of a marketplace, you want this first option, the farm, local business, or market vendor. And then under category, you can select, this is just a broad category, so it might not have exactly what you sell. And if it doesn't, it's okay to just put other. You're gonna be able to select categories for products later on, and that's how people will filter the actual marketplace. So this broad category is just for the general farm standing search from the homepage. So don't worry about it too much. You know, I'll put in other as well. And then the pickup and delivery options. This is, again, this is something for the farm standing site-wide search. So it's about what you do as a business, not necessarily just what you do through farm standing. This is going to help customers search for you if they're searching for, you know, somebody who sells the kind of stuff that you sell, who might be doing delivery, even though through farm standing, you're just going to do pickup. So you can select whichever options you offer, but definitely select pickup since that's what's going to be done through the Amesbury Marketplace. So I'll go ahead and select both. And then for your delivery area, you would select the state that you deliver to. And that way, when people search in Massachusetts, for example, you'll come up in results. And if you want to add any notes that for people, free delivery, we deliver anywhere, whatever, you can put that in here, and that will also show up in the search results when people search for your business. This stuff is not critical. As long as you have pickup in there, people are going to find you. They're going to find you through the Amesbury Marketplace anyway. And then the main location is just going to be your storefront. So I think it's possible that there might be a few people who don't have a shop front, in which case I think Phil had said maybe you could use the Amesbury Chamber. But either way, you don't have to put a full address. You can just put your town, right? So it's fine to just go Amesbury. And now people who search in Amesbury, they're going to find you. It doesn't have your exact address, but that's okay. So you can sort of put as much or as little detail as you want here. This is all just to help customers find you and to give them a bit of information when they're looking at your shop. So I will submit, and some of this stuff is going to be automatically pulled in then to the store settings that are generated. So the next step would be to manage the shop appearance. You can always view your shop by clicking up here on My Shop, and I'll just show you what happens when you first start. You've got this very basic thing with some placeholder images. It's got your name, it's got the location you put, and it's got the email you signed up with for customers to contact you through. And then, of course, no products yet. So to manage the appearance of your shop, you can go to Storefront here, or you can click Manage Appearance. They'll both take you to the same place. And then you can select a cover picture. So that is going to be like a banner picture. If you have a banner that you use on Facebook or Twitter, you can use that, that kind of picture here as well. If you want more information about the dimensions, you can click on this help article, which is going to tell you more about the cover picture and about the logo picture. And it's got some links on how to resize and crop images if you're having trouble getting everything exactly the way you want it. So I'll skip past that part and just leave the defaults here for the moment. The next thing, setting your name. This is going to be the same name you input, so there's no reason to change it unless you have changed your mind in the last 30 seconds, I suppose. And then you can select this slug of your shop. So again, with farm standing, your products will show in the Amesbury Marketplace, but you also have your own shop page that people can go to learn more about you. And that's what this is. So it's always going to be farmstanding.com/shop/ and then whatever you want to put here, you can customize it. This is a demo site, which is why it doesn't say farmstanding.com, but it will when you're doing it. So next thing, you can put in the description for your shop, whatever you want people to read. This is my description. And this part here, message to buyers, this is shown to people who've actually made a purchase. So when somebody buys from you, this message is going to show in their order receipt and in the email that they receive. So if you want to give people instructions like, you know, your order will be ready 24 hours after ordering between whatever hours, you can type that kind of thing in here. Your order will be ready Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., 24 hours after ordering. Whatever makes it clear to the customer how they should pick up from you is the kind of information you should put in here. A phone is optional. You don't have to put it if you don't want to, but if you want to provide a phone number for people to contact you, you can put that in. And if you have another website, you can put that as well. All this stuff is going to show on your shop page. So I will show you in a second. And then same thing with any of your social media. If you want to share it, just make sure you put the entire link, not just your handle, because the entire link is what's going to be shown on your shop page. So let me save and go ahead and show you. I'll reload this page. So now Facebook's here, the phone number is showing, the description's here, and you know, you can add as much or as little as you like to this area. The next step is to add products. So you can do that from the product manager. Go to add product. And here, if you're selling something that's already in the catalog, you can just search for it. Again, there are going to be some help articles popping up. So you can go ahead and search for it. And if you see something that is what you want to sell, you can choose to sell yours. And then you can modify all the settings to apply, set the price, everything you want to set after you do that. If the product you want to sell isn't in here, you're selling some custom stuff, or you know, farm standing did start out being more for food-oriented stuff, which most of you guys aren't. You can go ahead and click create a new product and then add whatever product you want to add. So you can add a description and then click to upload an image from your computer. So let me see. These images, you can upload any size. It will accept any size. So you might want to think about what size will sort of look best, how you want to customize it. There's going to be some information, again, in the help about image sizes that look good and how you can edit images before uploading if you want to do that. Some easy ways to do it for Windows or Mac. Next thing, down here to set all the product information. There are two types of products. So there's a simple product or a variable product. If you're selling something that has, say, multiple flavors or fragrances, for example, if you're selling candles and you've got 5 different fragrances, but otherwise the candle's the same, that's a situation where you'd want to use a variable product. It's a lot less setup and it's an easier shopping experience. There is a video in the help articles, so you can actually click into this add products one, and all the way at the bottom, there's a video. So you can literally just watch the walkthrough video and set it up at the same time, which is what I recommend doing if you want to do a variable product. For a simple product, it's pretty straightforward. You'll just put in your price. If you want to put a sale price, you can do that, and you can schedule it. So, let's say you want to do a sale from October 30th to November 6th. That's when the sale is going to show, and it won't show before or after those dates. You can set your tax amount, so just the percentage in here. And inventory, you have two options. Either you can have stuff be in stock all the time, it's just always available, or if you need, you can change it to out of stock so that your products won't be available for sale, but you don't have to delete them. You can update them later when they're back in stock. Or you can actually do management on the product level. So you would click this button to manage stock and then put in your quantity. So let's say 10. And then you can set a low stock threshold. So this is going to say when you want to be emailed. So maybe I want to get an email when there are only 5 left. Just set it to 5. And then the platform will you'll sell 5 of them. And then you'll get an email when there are 5 left. And then when there are none left, it won't be available anymore in the marketplace or in your shop. Nobody can buy it. Finally, you can select your product category here. So there are a lot more categories down here. If you want a category for your products that's not here yet, you can send me a message. I can add more categories to these. I'm just adding them as people are looking for new categories. So if you feel like none of these really fits the product that you're adding, just let me know. And you can do that from right in here. Just go to the ask and send me a message, and I can add new product categories for you. So I'm going to put in, I'll just make it artisanal goods. And then 2 options up here. If you click publish, it's going to be available in your shop right away. And once you're connected to the marketplace, it will be available in the marketplace right away too. If you don't want it to be live yet, you can click draft, and that will save it, but not make it available for sale yet. So you could go in, you could set up a bunch of products, not have them ready yet. And then when you're ready, you can go look at all of your products in here. And you can see the status as a draft. Go ahead and edit it, and now I'll publish it. And now, if I go to my shop, I should see a product down here. So there you go. Products showing up, and when you open it up, you'll see everything that we input about it there. So, and you'll see also it's showing under the categories. So I could filter by categories, and it's going to show this one product that I added in that category. Now you'll notice that it does say I'm not accepting new orders right now. The reason for that is that there's no pickup location set up yet. Because you're joining as vendors of a market, you actually don't need to configure any pickup location. You can see it in the dashboard. It's also saying this. All you need to do is make sure that you get linked up to the market. And so to do that, once your account has been created, you'll send Phil a message, and he can approve you as part of the marketplace. And then once you're part of the marketplace, the market's pickup is going to apply automatically to your shop. So you don't need to do anything else after that in terms of setup, except to make sure that you can get paid. So this is the final setup. Step is doing the payout settings. Payout is direct deposit is the current payout method available through farmstanding. So you'll fill this out, and then you'll receive the money directly to your account. It gets sent weekly for all orders that have been marked completed. So if somebody orders from you, it's going to be set to processing right away as the status. Once the customer has gotten their order, you should update that order and mark it completed, and then the system will be able to send the payment for that order directly to your account. So those are the 3 setup steps that you need to do. Designing your storefront, adding products, and then adding your payout method so you can get paid, and make sure that you let Phil or whoever is managing the Amesbury Market, but I think Phil, make sure you let him know so that he can link you up to the marketplace so you can show up there. That's really it for setup. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like for an account that is linked up to a market so that you can see that, and also what the orders look like after they come in. So let me just switch accounts here to one that I've put a couple of orders into. So This is another demo account, and now I can show you, this one is linked to a market, so I can show you what that looks like. So in your location manager, you can go to all pickup locations, and this is where it's going to show connected marketplaces. So the Amesbury Marketplace is going to show here once you've been added. And if you ever need to take a week off, you want to remove your products from the marketplace temporarily because you're not going to be able to fulfill them that week or whatever, you know, you're going on vacation, you can just unclick and then update, and it's going to remove all your products from the marketplace. When you're done and you come back, you just click again and you'll add yourself back to the market. So as soon as Phil has approved you as an Amesbury vendor, this option will be available to you to manage it there. You can also manage your own pickup locations. I think that probably doesn't make sense for you guys, so I'm not really going to go through it. But if you wanted to do like a pop-up 3 times away sometime later in the year, that's a possibility. You could set one up. You could do a one-day, one-off thing. So you can look through the help articles for more about that, or send me a message if you're wondering about it. The final thing, well, 2 more things. I will show you what it actually looks like to be part of a market. So markets actually have 2 pages. They have a listing page where you can see all of the vendors. So this is just an example with the Shrewsbury Farmers Market. They're doing a holiday market. And this is a vendor list. So once you've been approved for the Amesbury Market, you're going to show up in the vendor list just like this. And somewhere down here should be my demo vendor. Yes. So you'll look something like this. And then from here, you can click on yourself, and it's going to go through to the Shrewsbury Market filtered by you as a vendor. So you can filter by vendor. So you can check on all your stuff that way, or you can just go straight to the Amesbury Marketplace page, and you'll be able to see that you're showing up in this vendor list. So that's how you can, you know, confirm to see that all your products are showing up here and available for sale through the marketplace. Once you get an order, you'll be able to go to your customer orders to see everything that's come in. And so you can see I've got multiple orders processing. You can view more details about the order by clicking on this little eye image next to it. So this takes me in here, and it's going to say sort of the pickup information that the customer sees. So in this case, it's going to say something like pick up at vendor shop, because that's the option that people are going to be using. Customer information, and then you can see the products that were ordered, the cost, the tax that was applied, and the total earnings there. So go back. A couple other things to do with orders. First of all, when you're ready to complete them after you've given them to customers, you can click, you know, as many of them as you want to complete, and then go up here to the bulk actions and change status to completed. Apply. And now it's completed, and now that order can be paid out. The other thing that you can do is to download a customer receipt. So you could download for all customers, or just one, or just, you know, 5 of them. It's going to download as one file, but each customer's receipt will be on its own page. So you can download one file, you can print one file, and you'll get all the receipts that you choose to do in that one step. The other way that you can view orders is by looking at the products that were ordered instead of looking at each customer's total order. So for that, you would just come in here to products ordered, and in this case, there's only one, so it's not that interesting. But you know, once there's many of them, you could download a packing list for, you know, all orders that are processing, so that you just have sort of a list of the things that you need to prep. And if you do end up in a situation where you have multiple pickup locations, you know, you're part of the Amesbury Marketplace, but maybe you're also doing a local farmer's market in North Andover or something one week, then you can filter by the location that you're going to be and the date that you're going to be preparing for. The last thing are, you've got some stats and reports that you can look at in here for sales, orders placed, how many unique customers, how many products were purchased, and then your earnings. and then you can download that information as a CSV as well. So I think that's pretty much the whole overview, and I'd like to just open it up for questions and see, yeah, what you guys are wondering about at this point.
I had a question.
Yes.
I was on the call last week. My name's Amy. First of all, thank you for presenting. You had mentioned that we could ship, but we would just have to make all shipping free, I believe so. So when you were just showing us that first option to start, can we click shipping in addition to pickup? Right.
So that's something actually we need to talk about as the marketplace, is if you want to offer shipping. Okay. That's definitely something that we could do. But at the moment, what we've settled on, I think for the initial rollout of the marketplace, is to do pickups, and then shipping will be added. So if you already currently ship, you could click the shipping option. That's going to mean that when people search for your shop, they'll see you offer shipping, and they will see your website. They could get there from there. But in terms of actually shipping through the marketplace, it's not something that we've decided on yet.
Okay. And then I had one other question too, can we do gift cards, or is it just physical items?
No, you can do gift cards because you're delivering them, so you can deliver it however you want. So with a gift card, it's not going to be, it's not going to email somebody anything different than their actual order receipt at the moment, but you can sort of choose to honor that however you want, or you could say, we'll mail you a gift card or pick up your gift card in shop, or however way you want to do it. But you can certainly add it as a product and just say this is, gift card for whatever amount.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
So to follow up on the shipping piece, right, the obstacle to shipping is that each of you as business owners, unlike Amazon, where, tons of companies sell through Amazon, but it's Amazon's warehouses that are acting as the distribution hub. And so they can charge those flat single shipping rates. All of you would have to be shipping everything independently. And so that, if I recall, Heather, that was what we talked about last week, just as an obstacle for how we could implement shipping, and why the chamber office, if for instance, you're a business, Amy, like yours, where you don't have a brick and mortar, if you wanted to use the chamber office as a drop-off, where someone could come and pick it up during normal business hours, that's an option to our members. I think a third option was if another brick and mortar wanted to partner up with a non-brick and mortar to offer their space as well. But again, ultimately, we're a chamber, we're downtown, we have the physical space. So if you wanted to use us just for convenience and as almost like a neutral third party, I have no problem doing that. Heather, how would you see us being able to implement shipping, or is that literally a conversation we have to brainstorm over and not a quick answer in this call?
I would say I don't think it's something we roll out right away. I would say we should get started with the pickup stuff. The way shipping, there are a few different ways to implement shipping, right? So if people offer free shipping, then that would be fine. And that's just something that would need to be agreed upon. And then I'd have to add a way to communicate that well to customers. It would be an option potentially to have everyone ship and everyone charge shipping rates. The issue with it is it can end up being a poor customer experience, because you have a customer who's trying to shop from 5 different places and they get to the checkout and suddenly there's like $10 per vendor that they weren't expecting, and everything's gotten really expensive on an order. So I think it's probably a conversation for another day, but it's definitely not off the table. And I'd be up for sort of brainstorming, or even just saying, let's go for it and see if it is a thing that customers hate. Maybe they don't, maybe it's fine. But I think it makes more sense to just get up and running as quickly as possible for the holidays with the pickup option first.
I'm fine with that. I want to make it move as quickly and efficiently as possible. So especially because I would like to see this go full public the last week of the last week of November, where we did a big public rollout as part of Small Business Saturday, which is, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, November 29th, November 28th. So,
Amy, just to clarify, Are you saying like for your stuff, you would be happy to offer free shipping for all of your things? Or you're not sure?
I would. I mean, I have a studio space downtown, so it's not an issue to have people picking up. I ship a lot from my online website and figured I could add that as an option if people want.
I'll look into it and see, because I think having the option between pickup and free shipping is not something anybody's ever going to complain about. So I'll see if there's a way that I can sort of get this sneaking in maybe a week or two after the market opens.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm probably going to offer free shipping across the board on my site as well, just to sort of as a holiday incentive. So I'd be happy to just include it with this.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll keep you updated.
Thank you.
So anyone else who watches this later and also wants to do a free shipping option, feel free to send a message through the platform or to me directly. But you know, again, you can just kind of click in and send me something. But I'll take a look at enabling free shipping for the holiday market.
Hey, good morning, question, Aaron. Yep, Phil, I do have one. So the kind of next steps for us would be to go in, sign up as a retailer, send you a note and say our setup's done, and then you can do what you need to do, or Heather will add us to the marketplace.
Yep.
Okay, and then again, so if we do that now, we basically have about 30 days to get up what we want to get up and get logos set up and all that stuff before we launch, right?
Yes. So technically, the site is live if you're loading this stuff up. I'm not going to begin promoting it because I'm going to want to, we have 6, right? We have 7 retailers on this phone call right now. To put that in perspective, we had 14 last week. So there's already right there an indication that there's a strong interest out there that just couldn't make this call. I had several that told me they couldn't be on today. And so it's really going to be on me over the next several weeks to do the physical legwork of meeting with our individual businesses to make sure that they join, because all of you end up doing well if more of you are on it. If it's just a site that has jewelry and hair care products, that's a narrow niche. But if it's something that has a broader selection, all of you, including jewelry, hair care, adult beverages, all end up benefiting. So that's one of the reasons why I don't want it to go live like November 1st, even though, right, in theory, all of you guys could go and spend the weekend doing this, and we can make this a November kickoff. I want people's first impression to be really good, and I think that I would define them walking away thinking it's good, whether they're buying or not, is by the broad selection that would be available as far as shopping Amesbury. So that's why we'll be working with more of our businesses to get them on.
Okay.
Any other questions on any of the setup stuff? That's good. It's supposed to be pretty straightforward. But feel free to send a message if you get hung up on something or you encounter, a specific situation that I didn't cover.
Phil, will you send the links to get started?
Yes, because once this gets rendered, this video, I'll load it up onto YouTube and also include this video in the link as well to not just you, but of course, again, the broader retail community that has been included in this conversation moving forward, over the past couple of weeks. So I won't be sending the email probably for another couple hours.
Great.
And I think that might be that. It was, we blocked off an hour. Heather made the point. It's pretty straightforward. but just because I'm saying it straightforward doesn't mean if you have questions, ask questions, because I know, like, I have questions, but I'm not a retailer, so I'm sure that once you guys get into the hang of it, you know, once you load up a product or two, it's going to be pretty easy. And the setup piece is only just a one-time thing. Otherwise, it's all just product loading. This also gives us an opportunity to kind of identify any kinks that may exist in the system without us fully committing to this this program, right? So I don't want all of us for the first time to just be working with it right after Thanksgiving, and all of a sudden we realize, damn, we completely missed X. So hopefully over the next couple of weeks, if things were going to pop up, they pop up then, with this kind of slow and deliberate onboarding and acclimating. Okay. Well, I will follow up with you.
Phil. Thank you, Heather.
Everyone who attended, so that way you guys, and maybe I can even just get you the link right after this. But the actual formal email will go out later today. Otherwise,
you can just go to farmstanding.com and click on the vendor login, and then do the registration from there. So,
and use it, and they will have to indicate though that they'd like to be part of the Amesbury market, correct?
Nope.
Now
you just start signing up, and then just confirm with Phil once you're done. The accounts are sort of market agnostic, so you can join.
So they need to tell me.
They need to tell you.
You need to go in. Okay.
And then you'll be able to approve them as vendors.
All right, I'm going to run to my next call, but thank you again, everyone.
Thank you, Aaron. Okay.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, you guys too. Thanks.